Oh, here we go.
So in the recent election, we did fantastically well with women. I kept hearing, women don't like them. I said, I think they do.
Oh,
you know,
man.
Don't like, fake polls don't like me. That's who don't like me. But we were setting records in so many of these cases, and I was for women. I was for the women, the suburban housewife, where I stopped low-income housing projects from being built at a house next to you.
Starting right off where he left off.
Decimated. The houses were being literally ripped up and destroyed. And I stopped it, and we've stopped it again. We had to stop it again. I stopped it first term. We had a great first term, a really successful first term. We had the largest increase in stock market value, 88% increase in the history of our country. We gave you the biggest tax cuts. We gave you the biggest regulation cuts.
Damn.
We rebuilt our military. We gave too much of it away to Afghanistan, this character. He gave billions and billions of dollars of it away to Afghanistan. And maybe we'll have to ask for that back, although it's getting a little old now. They're getting a little old. We're building new stuff. But I will say that it was such an honor working with so many great women. I've worked with women all my life. I've always been ahead on that subject. I had women in my construction business putting up skyscrapers in New York 30 years ago, 35 years ago, long before it was in vogue. And they were phenomenal. Every one of them was phenomenal. My administration listens to America's moms, and that's why I recently created the Presidential Commission to make America healthy again, and that's really caught on. That's really caught on.
No more fat bitches.
And Bobby Kennedy, by the way, is doing a great job. He was. I think it's going to go down as another great choice, and we just don't want to treat the chronic disease crisis.
Back to the
we want to
ocean with
prevent
the other whales.
Our children from getting sick in the first place. And there are so many things that we are doing wrong. Something happened. If you go back 20 years, autism, think of it, 1 in 20,000 children. Think of that. 1, autism. You see it all over. 1 in 20,000 children. Now it's 1 in 36 children.
Do you want to know why kids have autism now?
What the hell is that all about? There's something out there, and we got to find it. But can you imagine 1 in 20,000, and now it's 1 in 36, not 36,000, 1 in 36 children. And I see it all the time. And so there's something out there, and we're going to find it. We're doing something really wrong. And it might be very simple to even correct, but we're looking very hard, and Bobby's looking very hard, and we're going to figure it out.
Yeah, the kids are dumb. Yeah, their brain don't work right.
And to further support our nation's mothers, I've signed an executive order to expand access to fertility treatments like IVF. That's Katie.
Great.
Where's Katie?
That's a good thing.
Katie called your great senator from Alabama. She called, and she was like in a little bit of angst, right? She said, sir, we just had a ruling from an Alabama judge who said you couldn't have the clinics IVF. Oh. And I was in my plane, and she said, it's terrible, it's terrible. Friends of mine are virtually attacking me, and said, because they're not really, people don't talk about it necessarily. Why should they? But Katie called me up. She did such a great job. And she said, sir, you have to get on this right away. It's terrible. They're going to close up all the clinics. They ordered all the clinics closed. And I said, so, Katie, give me a quick definition, please.
I think he hit an Addy before this.
In a minute or less, and she did. And I came out totally in favor of what all of these women wanted. And it became our issue. We actually took it away, Mike, from the Democrats. They were late to the party, and it was really, I give you a lot of credit, so thank you very much. Thank you, Katie. Great job.
He's got golf today? You think he's trying to talk through his speech fast?
And I also signed an executive order to begin abolishing the Department of Education, as we said, but also to go back. To go back and do things with our school children.
Kids don't know anything nowadays.
That just hasn't been done in many, many years.
Hasn't worked.
But the basic is reading, writing, and arithmetic, and we want to make sure that they teach English, okay? But I think we're not going to have a problem, and you're going to see things happen, I think, on the education front like nobody can believe. It's very exciting.
They got to teach people English. Nobody knows what words are anymore.
So many of the states like Iowa and Idaho and Indiana, by the way, unrelated, but Indiana, they just signed Honda, one of the biggest auto plants in the world, is going. Honda, big
from,
company, would have never come here
Street
except
Fighter.
for, let's say, the election. I like to say the election result, but let's give tariffs a little. Well, without the election result, you wouldn't have the tariffs, right? So I guess it's all about the election, Marjorie. But one of the biggest anywhere in the world. They're building in Indiana, big plant, and we have many of them going up. Many plants in other countries have stopped. They've stopped
That's a
construction.
lot of plants.
One of them right in the middle of construction. They just signed a contract. They're going to build it here instead. So you're going to see that at record. Just remember, I told you so in 12 months from now. But on day one, we're ending the inflation nightmare that Joe Biden created and caused, but just by his spending.
Yep.
Two things: his spending, but I think more important, he destroyed our energy policy. And energy started going up, gasoline, any form of energy went through the roof. And then what he did to get it down a little bit, he went back to the Trump policy. Everything, let him drill, let him. They were very, very concerned. And it was too late because that jackrabbit had gotten out of the nest. And it was too late. They really
He's
screwed
really
us up
cooking
in so
today,
many
man.
ways. How about
He
allowing
is.
millions and millions of people to come into our country?
Yeah.
Open borders. People from all over the world, not South America, but all over the world. They came in from Africa, from Asia.
Speed running, yeah.
From all over the world, from prisons. The prisons were emptied into our country. I call them prisons and jails, prison being a slightly tougher term, but the prisons and jails were emptied into our country. The mental institutions and insane asylum, same thing. Insane asylum is mental institution on steroids, right? I used to say Dr. Hannibal Lecter, the great Dr. Hannibal Lecter, is in a hotel room near you. And the fake news back there, a lot of fake news here, by the way.
Bro,
Fake
how the
news would
fuck
say,
is
"Why
this
does
the
he keep
president?"
mentioning Hannibal Lecter. And said,
How
"You
is
know
this
why?
the
Because
president?"
we just won an election. We got a lot of votes because of Hannibal Lecter.
Holy
we don't want to
shit.
have Hannibal Lecter in our country. So we watched
Oh my
what was
God.
happening to destroy our country. And a woman, by the way, the head of Homeland, Christie is doing a great job. Christie Nome. She's doing a great job. She's getting them out. And Tom Homan
This
and
is
Christie
crazy.
Nome, they're doing an unbelievable job. She's tough. She might be tougher than Tom. Is that pretty tough, right? I'd say Tom is central casting, but he says, I think she might be tougher than me. So we needed that because she's dealing with a rough group of people. Millions and millions of people. 21 million people came in, but of that, at least 3 million are serious criminals. Many of them are murderers, 11,088. And of that number, about half have murdered more than one person. This is not going to end well. So we're getting them out in record numbers, and we're having a lot of problems with the courts because the courts want to pretend they're president. And they're not president. They didn't get 80 million votes, and they're not. They can't do that to this country. That's not their job, but we're getting them out in record numbers, and it's going to save a lot of lives. We got some really bad people in this country, but you see the ones we're taking out. Trendy Aragua, the toughest of all gangs, MS-13.
Yeah, he's speed running like crazy.
And we're getting them out. So in just
This is
2 months,
nuts.
core inflation has dropped to its lowest pace in 4 years. We've got it going down.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Groceries I told you about, and energy of all kinds, gasoline, that's fallen below now $3. $3 for the first time in years since I was there. It's fallen below $3. We're going to get it down
Just
quite a bit lower.
abolish the judicial
That's going to
branch?
bring prices still further down, and people are going to be able to buy their groceries again, and so important. And again, I want to just congratulate you, Brooke. What a job you've done over there with the eggs. I was in office.
Let's see the egg prices.
I was in office for 1 week, and I got this one article was so bad that Donald Trump has caused a massive egg problem. And I said, this is, and they showed it. It's like, terrible. But it was during his term that it went up, right? And but they were hammering me. They thought they had us until I put you in that position. And I don't know what the hell magic wand you use. And now they don't talk about it anymore. It's terrible. Yeah. Well, we'll talk. We have to talk about it, If they don't talk about it, we talk about it, right, Brooke? But what a job you've done. Now we need Congress to pass the largest tax cuts in American history, and Mike is going to get that.
Yep, doesn't matter.
And I think we can finally say one big, beautiful bill, because everybody's there. I spoke with John Thune, is doing a terrific job also, and the senators, and we want one big, beautiful bill. Just put it all in that bill, and we'll figure a way to have it passed, right? We'll figure a way. But we have, it'll be the largest tax cuts in American history. When you add that onto the fact that
Salmon is down 19%.
You will have the largest tax increase by far.
Damn.
Because
the Bears
tax
are eating
increase
good.
that I passed 5 years ago, the biggest in history, bigger than the Reagan tax cuts, what happens is that jumps back to where they used to be. So if you add that onto the other normal tax increases that the Democrats want to give, this would be the largest tax increase in history by 58% or more, I guess, but 58%. And I don't know how anybody can vote for a Democrat, but I know one thing, that I believe the Democrats are going to be forced to help vote for this bill. And then we have the very important continuation of debt. I don't call it a debt increase, because we're not looking to increase. We want to just continue that line, and we should call it, I think, from now on, Mike, we're going to call it the continuation, because that's what it is. That was thrown into our lap unnecessarily, but we have it, and it's fine that we have it. But I think we're going to get tremendous support even from Democrats, because
that would be surprising.
Otherwise, they're voting for the biggest tax increase in history by far, by I think 38 points. And I don't think they're going to want to do that.
Even the demon rats can't hide from this bill. Is that what they're called now?
Tremendous goodies
demon
in
rats?
the bag for women too. The women, between the fertilization and all of the other things that we're talking about, it's going to be great. We're joined.
That's a good
today.
one. Yeah, it's funny.
Fertilization.
Oh my God.
I'm still very proud of it. I don't care.
Man.
I'll be known as the fertilization president, and that's okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. I've been called much worse.
Bro. Are
Actually,
you kidding me?
It, right? I like it. Thank you.
This is the
We're joined
president?
today by many of the women members of the House and Senate who make up
oh my
so
God.
much and make this all happen. And I especially want to recognize the leaders of the brand new Republican Women's Caucus. Senator
He's cooking
Katie
today?
Britt.
He is.
Again, Katie, thank you.
The fertilization president.
Thank you, Katie. Great job
Holy
you do.
fuck.
And Representative Kat Kamek, who just announced a new baby girl. That's good.
Man.
I also want to say driving force behind the effort to create a women's history museum, with working very much with some of the women in this room. I'm not sure if it's been discussed specifically, but to create a women's museum on the National Mall. And we have a great site. I'm very good at real estate.
Guys,
you know, we have a
there's
great
3
site.
years and
Nicole
10 months left of
Malliotakis
this.
is here someplace. Where's Nicole?
In just 2
and
months.
She is really working hard on this one.
Think about that.
This is a passion for you.
2 months.
And, you're working. It's a big, beautiful. She said it's going to be a big, beautiful museum. Well, it has to be. If it's for women, it better be big and beautiful, or we're in trouble, right? But we're working on that. Also here, I just have this list, and they're incredible people, so I have to do it. Otherwise, I'll be run out of town. I don't have the courage not to do it. Senator Marsha Blackburn. Marsha, thank you very much. So incredible. Unbelievable talent. Senator Joni Ernst. Joni Ernst. Where's Joni? Hi, Joni. I owe you a call. I'll call you. Okay? Deb Fisher just won a great race, Nebraska. Thank you, Deb. Great race, Deb. Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith. Oh, we love Cindy Hyde. Thank you, Cindy Hyde. She said, sir, could you do a rally for me? I said, yeah, I'll do a rally for you. I get this. Sir, could you do 2 more for me? I did. We did 3, and we blew him out, right? It was an Obama sycophant. We blew him out of the water, right, Cindy Hyde? So thank you. And Senator Ashley Moody, congratulations. Where is Ashley? Congratulations, Ashley. Also, Representative, and this one is tough. She's tough. Lisa McLean. She's tough and good. She's a good one. She's a real leader. Thank you. Great job, Lisa. Representative Stephanie Bice. Thank you very much.
Just a minute.
Thank you. Where's Stephanie? Thank you very much, darling. Sherry Biggs. Hi, Sherry. Good. Lauren Boebert. Great people.
All right.
Monica De La Cruz. Monica De La Cruz. Hi, Monica. Good job. Julie Fedorchak.
Did I miss any other
Hi, Julie. Great. Nice to see you.
fertilization presidents?
A person that is more experienced than anybody, and she's still a young woman, very young, Virginia Fox. Virginia.
He's on a roll?
What
yeah.
a good woman, right, Mike? A quiet woman,
Yeah.
but she, underneath that quiet facade, she's a tiger. Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh,
Highly
man.
respected woman, I tell you.
Oh, God.
Thanks, Marjorie. Great woman. Diana Harshbarger. Diana Harshbarger. Where are you, Diana? Thank you. Thank you.
I haven't
Good job
watched one
with
of
your
these for a
son,
few
too.
days. This is funny.
Thank you. Ashley Hinton. Ashley. Thank you. Thanks, Ashley. Good. Good job. Erin Houchin. Thank you, Erin. Thank you very much.
He's so sharp for his age.
Laurel Lee.
There's a lot of people
Laurel,
who are 78
thank you. Good.
that
Good
are like
job.
this.
Julia Letlow. Good.
Not a
Nice
lot,
seeing you,
but
Julia.
this
She's done a great job. Anna Paulina Luna. Anna.
Not
Good.
that much.
Nice to see you. Another quiet one, Nancy Mace. Hi, Nancy. Great. Great job.
She gets mad a lot on
And
Twitter.
Nicole, I said hello to you and your museum, and you get that going, and we're going to back it 100%, unless the women here would rather not have a... Is anybody not in favor of a women's museum in this room, please? It's okay. I could see some, maybe they want to save a couple of bucks, right?
Oh, God.
No takers. Okay. You're all set. You have it then, I guess. I sort of thought that was going to happen.
Oh,
Celeste
man.
Malloy. Celeste, thank you. Great job. Great job. Carol Miller, great election. Thank you, Carol. Great job, Carol. A friend of mine, a beautiful person, a beautiful family. It's like she's got children. They're all supermodels, male and female. Handsome husband. Carol. Mary.
Oh,
Carol,
man.
Mary Miller. Mary. How's it going? Okay, good. Mary Miller's
smoked a
a
fatty
really
before going on?
spectacular person
Yeah.
and a great congresswoman. Thank you very much.
Yeah, bro, he turned up before
22nd
this speech
grandchild. Look at
100%.
It's
Yeah,
one of the
like-
most beautiful families. It
Yeah, he
really,
definitely
starting
turned
with
up.
you, it's just a beautiful family. So you have a long way to go, Kat. Come on, you have to get going. Marionette Miller Meeks, great election you had.
Pre-gamed it?
Great
Yeah.
election. Great. Great job. Oh, Maria Salazar. Where is Maria? She is strong.
This is like the Black History
She's
one
a
on
tough
steroids.
one,
Yeah.
but they love her. We all love her. Thank you. Another one who's really good. I got to know her very well, along with Mike. We were having some talks, and she really knows what she's talking about. She was right 100%. Victoria Spartz. Thank you, Victoria.
Ooh.
Thank you very much. And Beth Van Dyne, who's fabulous. Hi, Beth. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's such a great group of people. And there's others in there. I'm going to get killed. I know.
There's so many yellers.
For you, that's true.
So
Can you
many
imagine there are
yellers.
others. I'm seeing, looking at others. I'm going to be in trouble. That's the problem. When you
Bro.
do that, you leave a couple of them out. They never speak to you again.
Oh.
Now we need Congress to pass the largest tax cuts, and we are going to get that done. And we're joined today by so many people that are just so great. And we are going to have a little bit of a celebration after this is finished in one of the outer rooms. They have some stuff for the women. Much better. We did this for men. And, you know, it's very unexciting having a day for men. I stood up here. It was like I reduced the speech from 10 pages to about 2 paragraphs. It was boring. It was boring as hell to tell you. Throughout our history, strong, tough, visionary women have defended our flag, strengthened our communities, explored new frontiers, and expanded the American dream for all of our children and all of our people. Now, patriotic American women like those in this room are helping lead our nation into the golden age of America. And that's what we're calling it. This is the golden age of America. We want to do things that nobody thought were possible. You know, had I done it the more traditional way, which I actually did, but we
That
won't
he's
talk
speedrunning his
about that.
speech? Yeah, he is.
But had it been the 4 + 4 as opposed to floor 4, let's see how bad they do, and then we get another 4 at numbers too big to rig, we call it. We have to go out too big to rig. They tried, but it was too big to rig. Had we done it that way, it would have been nearly as important or nearly as historic. It's much more historic. It's a much more important presidency. And frankly, because of how bad they were, we're able to do things that we could have never done if it were traditional. I don't think, Marjorie, we would have ever been able to have done the things we are doing now.
Yep.
You see what we're
Now
doing
we're
with
off
the
the script.
colleges. And they're all bending and saying, sir, thank you very much. We appreciate it. And they are, nobody can believe it, including law firms that have been so horrible, law firms that nobody would believe, and they're just saying, where do I sign? Where do I sign? Nobody can believe it, and there's more coming. But we really are in the golden age of America, and I think you're going to see it more and more as we go along. Together, we're beginning our country's greatest era, and we're building a future that will be stronger, safer, healthier, and happier than ever before. And you're really going to be the leaders. I think you're going to be the dominant leaders, and you have a lot of them in this room politically, but just the fact that you're here and the fact that you're with us is so important. There's nothing like strong, beautiful, wonderful
Wasn't this his
women. You have the
campaign
heart,
speech?
You have the whole spirit. You're amazing people, and it's an honor to be with you, and we're going to work together, and we're going to make this the greatest age in the history of our country. Thank you. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody.
So let me get this straight.
Just listening in there to President Trump at the White House at this.
Basically, like, he turned up the riz and the charisma. He's speed running the speech. He's not fucking anything up. The moment that there's a bunch of women that he has to talk to and be funny in front of, that's basically what happened. Like min-maxing, yeah, like, is that pretty much like what it is? Yeah, oh my God, aura farming with women. Yeah, I guess so, right? There it is. And the fertilization president. Oh my fucking God. Wow. How about that? Cherish the next 4 years. You won't get content like this after 2028? What are you talking about? Do you really think that after this, they're just going to go back to being normal? Fuck no, that's not going to happen. Absolutely not. No, it's going to keep getting more and more insane. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like, there's going to be JD. Remember, like, think about it. Trump wasn't involved at all in that group chat leak. He didn't have anything to do with that. But they still managed to fuck that up, right? You really think that they need him to fuck things up? No, they can fuck things up all by themselves. Don't worry about it. So, no, you should run for president? I don't know about that. More content when Trump declares himself the God King? I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen after the 4 years, man. I'm going to be honest. Like, is he going to try to run again? I feel like the chances of him running again are double digits. Really, it's a double-digit percentage. Everybody says, oh, no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We're going to find out about that. Yep, he's going to be way too old. He's 78. He's fine. He'd be 82. He's fine. Bernie's still doing shit. He's 83. 84. No, the thing is, like, if you take care of yourself, you exercise, and, you know, I mean, you're not doing physical labor, etc., you'd be all right, you know, unless you get fucked up by some kind of, like, bad genetics or whatever. Yeah, I don't know, like, 78 ain't that old. Yeah, like my dad went through pneumonia 5 fucking times. 5 fucking times he went through pneumonia. And he still, even now, goes to the store, he does all this shit by himself, and he's gonna be 78, like, next month. So, yeah, that's it. And Trump doesn't have good health? It sure seems like he does. It sure seems like it. Damn, he's a good actor then. You think Trump is in good shape? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think he's in good shape. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, it'd be extremely old office. Yeah, and like also like everybody else in my family, like it's pretty much the same thing. Like there's multiple people in my family that are working into their 70s, right? I mean, that's just the way it is. So no, I don't think it's that big of a deal at all. But yeah, my dad was fine till 88 and he drove till 92. Yeah, exactly. So like, yeah, 78 for sure. So I wouldn't worry about it at all. 78, he's in great shape. Yeah, 100%. The trick is McDonald's once a day? Yeah, you eat McDonald's all the time, only drink Coca-Cola, fucking never do any kind of like fucking drugs, don't drink alcohol, you just drink soda, eat candy all day, eat McDonald's, and you're gonna live forever. I mean, fuck, you saw how much preservatives are in that shit? Enough for it to start working, that's how much.